Hello friends, welcome to the Excel course. Today is the introduction to Excel framework. The screen which appears before you is of Excel and we will be familiarizing ourselves with its framework. The topic covered are these. They are 16 topics and as and when we will be finishing up with a particular topic, I'll be coloring it into a different color for our quick referencing. So let us start. The first topic is of tab. The topmost section of the framework is called the tab, like File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View Developer. These are the tab buttons of Excel framework. Next, ribbon. Each tab button has a ribbon which starts from this line, the top line, and ends at this bottom line. The toolbars inside this lines is called the ribbon. This section under the tab is called the ribbon. Each tab has its own ribbon. Formula has its own ribbon. Likewise, view and developer have their own ribbon. Next is group. The ribbon is divided into groups. Like for the home tab ribbon, it is divided into clipboard group, font group, alignment group, number, styles, cells, editing. Each tab has its own groups like tables, illustration, so on and so forth. Next is the launch button. As I have said that the ribbon is divided into group and each group has its own toolbar, but because of limitation of space there are certain toolbars inside the groups which we cannot view, and to view it there is a launch button which is this square box with an arrow. So if I click on font group, there will be some tools which are not appearing in this group section. So for each group there is a launch button and you can see that there are some tools which do not appear over here because of the limitation of space. And next is the formula bar. This section of the framework is called the formula bar. Formula bar represents us the content of every cell. For example, right now we are in cell number B7 and the content of B7 is formula bar. You can see it is appearing. As we will move a step down of a cell, we'll see that the content changes and so does the content of the formula bar also changes. If I move one cell down again, you can see that the content matches with the cell content in the formula bar. Next is the spreadsheet. This whole portion is called the spreadsheet. Next is column. A, B, C, D. All these verticals are called the column and the column runs up till XFD. Next is row. Row are in horizontals and are in numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these are all these are rows and it runs up till 1048576. So verticals are columns and horizontals are rows. Verticals are in alphabetical order and horizontal rows are in the number order. Now what is cell number? Cell number is the intersection of rows and column. For example, if I click here in this cell, so the column is C and the row is 11. So I can say that this cell number is C11. Likewise, if I click over here, then I can say that the column is E and row is 14. So our cell number is E14. Next is name box. This section of the framework is called the name box. It represents the cell in which we are currently in. You can see that we are in cell number B12 and it is reflecting over here. We can also use this name box for quick navigation into a cell number. For example, if we want to go to cell number G14, either we can use our arrow keys, or if we write over here directly G12, you can see that we are in G12. Again, if I want to go to suppose cell number B13, I type here B13 and press enter. You can see that quickly my cursor moves to cell number B13. Name box has also other features which we will explore in the later part of our course. Now, what is cell range? Cell range, for example, if we have this data and I want to refer to this data and I ask you that what is the cell range for this selected data. Cell range is the cell number with which the data starts. In this case, the data starts from cell number G6 and ends at cell number I9. So cell range is G6 is to I9. Next is tab sheets. This portion of the framework is called the tab sheets. We can add, we can rename, we can color, we can move the tab sheets. We will explore all these features in the later part of our Excel course. But for now, this is called the tab sheet in Excel. Horizontal and vertical scroll bar. The scroll bar which you see over here is called the horizontal scroll bar. It is used for navigation purpose, and this scroll bar is called the vertical scroll bar. This is also used for navigation purpose. Next is macro. This icon which you see over here is for macro. If we want to record a macro, we can click over here. If we want to stop the recording, we can click over here again. So this is called the macro button. Next is types of view. Excel offers us three types of views. First is the normal, second is the page layout view, third is the page break preview. The view which we are currently in is marked in dark green color. You can see if I go to the page layout view, it is marked in deep green. We are fine with the normal view. We'll be exploring this portion also in the later part of our Excel course. Next is the control zoom. This section over here is called the control zoom. If I click on the plus icon, you can see that the screen is zooming in. We are into 160% zoom in, and if I press on minus button, it would be zooming out. So we were fine with 100%. Let us bring it back to 100%, or maybe 120% is better. So this was the introduction to Excel framework. I thank you all for your patience hearing.